Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Hager number 729 intumescent fire seal in the brown finish. It's the peel away protective back, the glossy side that you see here. Okay, side that faces you. Again, just peel away protective. It's a peel away tape that's there. I'm going to pull a little piece of it back so we can just see what the adhesive looks like underneath it. This material from Hager is available in several different finishes. Those would be tan, brown, white, brown, and black. Black, tan, brown, and white. There we go. This material is used specifically for use in fire-rated openings on wood doors or plastic laminate doors. Now let's go over that now. There are links below this video, very helpful links to the product info, the product brochure, and the installation instructions. Let's start off with the product info, and what that is a handy it's a handy consolidated view of this Hager product as it relates to all of Hager's sister products, so that you can make an educated determination if this material complies with what you're working on. Gives a qualification on page 2 of the different categories of ratings and a description of what they are. Page 3 as well. Page 4 is very helpful because it identifies and defines the different fire ratings of a door. And then that's page 4. Page 5 gives a graphical chart where you can analyze where the 729 can be used. You can see from there on page 5 that if you've got a vertical enclosure, a stairway, and you have to retard or become compliant with the listing requirements of a 90-minute opening, this material would work perfectly for single doors of wood or composite material in both, in wood composite doors, wood doors, single and double doors, along with 60-minute rated doors, 3/4 hour doors, 45-minute, and then 20-minute doors as well. Steel doors do not have that same requirement, so you'll see there's no indication there of the requirement for hollow metal doors. Very handy one document sort of view. Now, the product brochure, that is more like a manufacturer's cut sheet is what it is. You'll be able to view the 729 in direct relationship to the other sister products that are here. That's also very helpful to have. Now, moving on to the installation instructions, and that's really the important part of this material. You know that you're going to be using this material if you've got a wood door, if you're required to have an intumescent material on an opening. And the intention of an intumescent sort of material is that it's to provide an effective fire seal in the gap around a door and a frame. Single door or a pair of doors, we install it between the doors as well. Installed in single doors around the perimeter of the door assembly or in pairs of doors as well. And if it's a pair of doors, again on the meeting style. When installing on a pair of doors, the seal should be positioned in the approximate center. Do not locate the product so that it impedes the opening or closing of the door, and that it's recommended that regardless of single or double door, that you check for proper operation of the door. Having a door that isn't latching because of attached hardware is going to violate the or void the fire rating of the opening. I've installed this material, and the installation instructions get into some disclosures about be sure that you're installing the material correctly. And what that really boils down to is a correct installation is going to be one such that the material is being installed down to a frame and or a door that is ready to receive it. And what that really means is that the surface is going to be clean, completely free of dust and debris. If there is any sort of particulate on the door or frame, this material, the adhesive, is probably not going to be able to do its job, and you'll come to the job the next day and you'll have detached areas. Incorrect surface preparation may result in incomplete setting of the adhesive, causing separation of the seal from the frame. It is recommended that installation take place after the construction is completed, the flooring material has been installed, and final cleaning has taken place. And what they're saying there is you don't want to disturb this material at all by having a dirty surface or having continuing construction going on through there. Also, what is not written there is that if the frames have been recently painted, you'll want to make sure that the paint is completely cured before you attach something to it. That would be trouble if the paint wasn't cured. Moving forward, care should be taken to install this product without stretching or damaging it in any way. The frame should be thoroughly cleaned to remove any dust, oil, dirt, or foreign materials. Isopropyl alcohol is recommended. A wet nap, that sort of thing is recommended to get it completely clean. The temperature of the frame must be reasonable room temperature between 50 and 100 degrees, ideally 65 and 80 degree Fahrenheit. Certain paint products may cause poor adhesion. If necessary, lightly sand and prepare the surface so that you can get better surface area for installing it down. Now back to the part about not stretching it out. When you take this material and attach it onto the frame, you're not going to want to pull it taut. You're going to peel away your tape on the back and simply push it on. Okay, you're going to want to miter it at the inside corners. We'll cut it anyway. Okay, you don't want to run that in a continuous run. Measure the frame at the top and both sides. Measure the meeting stile if applicable. Cut the product to fit. I like doing the header first and then running my jambs down and trimming it at the bottom. Remove protective backing 1 foot at a time and apply in short sections using firm pressure. So 12-inch is a great idea in terms of how much of this you peel away, because you can focus on getting it very straight onto the frame, and plus you won't, by pulling off a lot of it, you don't want to unintentionally push it onto the frame and then have to pull it off. That would be problematic. And again, just push it onto the frame. Adhere seal to the exact location on the frame or door. The illustrations above, where I am at the lower third of the instructions, indicate where the materials to be installed at. Okay. Do not remove and reposition. Inspect for proper door adhesion. Do not locate this product so that it impedes the opening or closing of the door. The door assembly must be effective at all times. Paintable after 24 hours, okay, if you wanted to paint it. And then its listing approvals are in the bottom paragraph below that. You have it also available in several different roll lengths. As I showed you earlier, this is what a roll looks like. That is a 17-foot roll, which would be appropriate for a 3-foot by 7-foot door. 17 feet, 7 plus 7 and 3, and 19 feet, 3080 door. 21 feet, 25 feet, 150 foot. If you've got a lot of doors to do, order the larger rolls. It'll save you with a lot of wasted packaging, things of that nature. Intumescent material is, of course, a product that has a very special application in the door and hardware industry. Intumescent is a product that under heat expands and it seals the gap. Suitable for fire-rated sorts of applications as fire proofing, fire stopping. Okay. An intumescent, reading the definition, is a substance that swells as a result of heat exposure, thus increasing the volume and decreasing density. And again, typically used in fire protection. Okay. Hager, going back to that product brochure, you can see that there are variations on this. You've got the teardrop, the typical teardrop shape, 722 by them, and it has an intumescent backer. The V shape or fin style V shape, the 720 is very typical as well. And then of course you've got that 724 much wider edge sealing system of the door, depending on what your application is going to be for that. So if you've got a fire rated door and you need to provide intumescent requirements, this material would be very appropriate. It's very thin. They give a dimension of a 1/16 of an inch for thickness. I won't be able to show that to you on the camera, but the tape measure says it's a 1/16, that's for sure. Then 1/2 inch wide, and that is certainly indeed the case. So 1/2 inch wide, a 1/16 of an inch thick. If I was going to be ordering doors and frames for this and knew that I was using this material, I would go with a door. If it was 3/0 door, I'd go with the door that's 35 3/4. I wouldn't want the 35 13/16 prefit. I'd want to go with an 1/8 of an inch on either side as a prefit. Hager 729. If you have any questions on this or any other Hager product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.